What's happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here. We got some cool shit to bring, a couple nice wars to be had here, so we're going to delve right up in this thing. And this perfect war that we had against the Seals España. And we brought the full force of the business to these guys. And let's see what we got here. We got number 4. Okay, so this is a LaLoon based video. We have one non-LaLoon attack I just had to show. But this is what we got going on. LaLoon is so hot right now, and our guys are really catching on to it, and it's really nice because we're having a lot of success in the air against a lot of these different TH11s and 10s. And really, it's the... I apologize for not showing as many TH9s. I wish I could, but we've done so much of that in the past, and now it's kind of, we're kind of trying to keep up with the heavy hitter kind of thing. So I promise I don't want to leave you guys out, but in these particular videos, it's cool to show these really high-end attacks and get all this this crazy maxed out business in. So we're gonna dive into number 4 right here. Mr. Snow King himself coming in from the northern tundra to bring us some real happy shit here. And it is a little bit of an undergrad base, but it is a TH10 that nonetheless. And those Infernos still do some damage to you, and especially when you're a fellow TH10 that's not really a bully attack. Snow is actually a 9.5, so alright, here we go. We're coming in across the whole board up top and to the 2 o'clock area. Gonna break in here with the bowlers. Unfortunately, the walls didn't quite want to open up for them, so the bowlers go on a little bit of a walk, if that isn't the case a lot of the times. Got the dragons in the CC. Which, with those Infernos, those things are doing some damage to all those front troops, so they were kind of there to pick off the kill squad a little earlier maybe than expected, but he did get that air puffer down. And here we're going to start this attack on the side, and very well lined up here for Snow. He's got the 2 lavas coming in to really protect the way for those loons, keep them healthy along the way. And they're really moving in with the haste. We still have 2 rage and another haste to use, and there's that freeze over the middle, and there's the the damn rage going down there. And look at them sweeping across the middle. That's really what you want to see in a lot of these LaLoon-based attacks, because usually it's the last thing that they get if they're going around the corners or around the outside of a ring base or something like that, and it can trying to go around. So we still have 1 lava up right there, and it's kind of a good thing that it's on a single target Inferno, because that lava will be able to pop a little bit sooner, if it even does. Maybe it doesn't even, maybe not, I don't know. So just a few loons up and a few defenses. Those loons are proving a lot stronger, and there we go. We got the cleanup little baby pups out there. We had some working across the bottom already, and sweetness attack here from Mr. Snow. Doing it up. Man, I need to. My camera's or my phone's really janky, and I hate when it does the weird audio stuff. So I'm gonna try and keep my hand in the same position because it really dicks with it. Jumping right down to number 5. We got the old Tommy Robbo, and here goes Ashton, another long-termer here with us, doing it up, and so. We have another, like a max 9.5 or whatever here for Ash, and he's hitting another max. Well, this is a well done 9.5 from this guy, Mr. Tommy. So we're starting along the bottom right there. You kind of see that little area where he's going to try and funnel his troops into, and there we are. And really the goal at this point is to push things across as much as possible and swipe this side, get those 2 air defenses down, obviously get that queen down, and here goes the CC pull, which he'll be poisoning over. Really well done, really handled pretty well. Poison's a little close, that's, that'll happen. And those 2 air Ds are taking a minute to go through, but there's a lot of troops there to do really some cool stuff, so it's good to keep them up and keep them healthy. Just long enough to be able to pick up the 2 defenses and kill that CC off. And the queen's just in trubs right there. She's having a day. I forgot, does she miss that air D? I thought she got it down. Oh, weird. Okay, so here we go. Didn't get even as far as he wanted to get, but he starts this LaLoon across the bottom and right side. And I think that was really well done. Those lavas still aren't as beefy as they can be, but they're there to tank for those loons, of course, doing the job right. Loons kind of do bulk together a little bit. Finally, they do take down that air defense, which is good. Good to have. And here comes the lavas over to the left side, and he's got loons to back him up, which is definitely really important. You can't have those lavas just send them to their death. They're not useful that way. It's just kind of a waste of that space. So he still does have the lava up. You know that feeling of when you do too well that you keep your lavas up? That's kind of a funny story how that works. But it's a true thing. It's a true story. That lava's not going to die anytime soon as it moves forward and tries to just bulk down the rest of this stuff in the base here. Well done by Ash, hitting him up. Really nice mirror match right there. And a base that you see, common bases to that. And he smashed that thing in. Always surprises, though. You never know what to expect with that. Okay, so down to number 8. Trippy. So here we are. Trippy's a 9.5 as well. Hitting another 9.5. Kind of the old square job base right there. And, another good LaLoon base. I can see it working, Really, the air puffers are something to think about all the time when you're setting up your kill squad. So he's going to make sure and come in at a really decent angle to get to attempt to get those 2 air defenses. But the wall breakers did blow up a little bit early, and sometimes you kind of face a disaster when you can't quite get in those walls on a flat side. They tend to walk. So at least he's got the bowlers that are going to help with the picking off of things across the outside. That seems to be pretty useful. The queen is going to go in here, which is, again, another thing to have that's nice for bowlers, is they're taking out those farther away defenses, and they're cleaning out everything, so you don't need to worry about how they're going to path sometimes, because they'll go right forward. The queen will come in a little bit later. And here we go. Lots of shit right there. Wowza. That is a crazy kill squad, or a crazy CC to try and foil his plan. But he is going to get through there. He did get the 1 air defense, which is good enough in a certain sense. He's got plenty of loons left. Here he starts it coming in here. And I think it's a really good planning by him, kind of leading with those lavas. I don't know, that's something that people have trouble with sometimes, is getting things kind of placed correctly. And so without losing too many loons, he's going to be able to push forward. Those lavas are really going to be healthy for as long as they're moving across the base. And the queen is up, and what I like about the queen is sometimes the loons can just deal with the queen, and fortunately in a case like this, bop, they just drop it right on top of her. That's always fun to watch, and we've got just the great gathering of loons right here. Really no threat at all of failing, because there's just too many loons, and not enough defenses. Another one of those cases. He's got the swag haste here, so does he use it? I would. Come on, man. He's going cheap on us. He's going cheap. Better cut that shit out, Trippy. You use that. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that's good. Great perfect war here from the OTB crew, the boys in blue. And, okay, next up, Gray Skull. We had a nice war here as well. And it would be wrong not to show a TH11 attack in here. So we're going to do that. I hit this base that I never 3-starred before. I know we see it on YouTube, but kind of like we all have a bane that we don't like to deal with, and this was one of them for me. So the interesting plan here was to kind of take a little pressure off King early, and I really did want the royalty here to break in. 1 whiz behind to help with damage, but as they were breaking in, they kind of decided to go the wrong way, and I definitely thought I could walk them south a little bit more. So I was looking at a disaster. I was thinking guaranteed disaster right here. King does go in, dies a little earlier than I wanted him to. So that leaves the queen with no CC pulled yet, kind of making me nervous. I'm not thinking it's going to go well at all. Still haven't killed the queen, which I don't. I do get an archer tower. So now we got a dragon and some useless loons, but those loons are also good for tanking minions and stuff if you're doing LaLoon. So we got to start it. I kind of paused there for a couple seconds because it's gotta have a new plan here. So lots of air traps up top, so I wanted to kind of put a couple loons in behind. And Everything's tanking pretty well. We get one rage up over on the right side because I need those loons to catch up a little bit more. So that rage goes down, and look at all those loons. We're starting them on the left side. This is all happening really fast as the loons are moving really together pretty well. We have one dragon's chasing around the... oh, careful, I got to pop the warden ability here soon. And had to pop it over a freeze and a haste in the middle. I can't even keep up. We had the clone spell as well. I do love sending the clone balloons into the queen because technically they only matter for a short time, so I try and get them killed and keep queen distracted if I do happen to miss her. But here we go, and that dragon's still chasing all the loons with a haste up. Got one more haste that, I don't want to use, but only if I have to. And here's kind of the fortunate part in my case is there's that thing going up. So I put the haste around the CC or around the pups so the pups would rush that dragon as quickly as possible and kind of keep it busy as the loons were doing everything. And it kind of worked. In a certain sense, it actually did really work. Thank goodness to the few of those extra little minions to come in there and clean up that dragon, because that would have been a sad... that would have just been horrible. It would have been like a 92%, 2-star. Just sad game right there. But it's done. That's, we killed that maxed 11 or something like that. Maybe it wasn't exactly maxed, but pretty damn close. It feels good to be able to use LaLoon on these bases, even if they are a little bit spammy. But what are you going to do? What do we got? Number 5. Now, this is the one that was not a LaLoon, but JP is going to do it on this TH10. This is the kind of stuff we like to see. There are a lot more of these TH10 bases that are doing ring designs, and boy, is that's been annoying. Hasn't it been annoying for the last, 6 months at least? Anyways, he's going to start that queen walk up top there. Going to get the obvious kill on the CC after pulling them. And then lastly, he's going to get that air defense as well down as quickly as possible. So that was really well handled. Did lose a healer when it wasn't needed, but he's also going to get that queen down. And here comes that late dragon, which really it's fine. It's that's going to happen. So here's the interesting part, and this is what I like about these kinds of bases. Here we have the giants, and then we're going to have some late bowlers coming in after. And then they're going to clean that space, and that's really nice because they're going to really clean out a lot of space, and then the Velks are going to come down, which you see a lot on TH11s is kind of a 2-star strat, but look how well this works right here. A nice core rage, or freeze up over there, with the rage leading into it, and here come the Velks, and they just rush the core with that rage. They really don't even need a heal. Their purpose is the core, and that's what they do best. Usually they do go off and die, but meanwhile, everything else is running around the ring right here, really without any issues. Queen's going her own way, which is really nice to see her split off. Just really has things work well for the particular strategy. So there goes the baby dragon on the bottom, poor little thing. Just one little air defense up, and really the rest is ground troops, and it's just not even going to be close to enough to kill the attack coming in here, as another 3-star is happening, going down. Great attack to see, especially on those ring bases that can be oh so difficult. Where are we at here? We have one more attack to do. Yeah, we're running out of time for what I planned, so one more attack it is. Number 10, this is our new bro here, and Suxi, he's going to get it done on this, a pretty decent TH9 setup. I don't know, the base is alright, but he's going to do... Wait, did I do this wrong? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. I did do this. Oh, now I feel like a dick. Man. Sorry, that's so mean. I did that one time in a video. I apologize. It's, yeah. I did say there was one non-LaLoon attack, and I just looked down, and oh boy, I'm sorry, man. I'll get you in on one, I promise. I owe him. I owe him. So Derek here, coming in with his LaLoon, got a decent kill squad up. He's pushing those wizards out and around, so you don't have to worry about that stupid pathing that can happen, and just be a disaster, be a rough day for you. So as soon as he gets that down, he's going to lead him to core here with that jump, which is a good jump because it can go a pretty good distance to get that queen down. and have another really good shot at getting that air defense down. Golem trips the bombs, that's great. The bowlers decide to run away, but the CC is down, and then we got, both of those air defenses down, which were gonna be a huge issue. So now we're just happy to be this far. That's a really good call. And then here comes the LaLoon. Kind of keeping in that formation, so we're going to keep those bowlers alive. They're going to help with cleanup. And then we have just a good loon count coming in here to help deal with all those extra defenses. Lots of Teslas in there, which the Hound is going to be picking those up. And that's always a lot of good help as well. A couple loons down there bottom, just enough to do the work down there. And that last little horde of balloons is easily going to deal with those Teslas and all those core defenses that would be an issue. And here we still have that lava waiting to pop. This attack is just so strong. It is so strong. And there's just no competition. Done right, this attack is the best right now. Whoops, oh jeez. Oh, I'm sorry guys, that's loud. It always is. But this attack is the most effective attack in this game as far as, most general bases. You can't just bring it every time, but it's a super effective strategy if you if handled correctly. And in this particular case, it certainly was, and we're just showing it in these wars right now. So really happy to see that. As always, we're kicking some ass, and we get some losses here and there, but it's always fun. So can't complain. At the end of the day, that's a victory. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this 17 minutes of the Cox, and hopefully we'll be back here soon with another one, guys. Thanks a lot. This is Fallen from OTB, signing off.